Hello, Resurrection. It's January the 19th. It's Wednesday, and this is my first video in several weeks. Christmas break, and then um, I was fighting a little pneumonia, which I'm still fighting a little bit. I feel I feel pretty good. You may still hear it in my voice a little bit, but I don't have all the energy in the world. So I'm going to do everything in my power to be at Wednesday night Bible study tonight. So do plan on having that, unless you hear otherwise. I don't feel like we can cancel at this point. I know that some people are at home cooking, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I would not expect um, I would not expect the most brilliant theological lecture you've ever heard in your life tonight. But we will certainly get together. We'll talk about the prophet Daniel, and we will move on, and we'll begin to talk about the direction that we're going to head during the season of Lent, which will be here before you know it. It's been a strange couple of weeks with school closures and an uptick in coronavirus cases. We do have several positive cases in the church right now, but as far as I know, none of them have been at church in the last couple of weeks. I don't think that they've picked it up in church, and I don't think they've spread it in in church either. So there's that. There has been some strange, wacky weather in the last couple of weeks. I was telling Pat and Miss Mary Jo today, and Janice yesterday in the church office, that most of the snow is gone here in the church and north of us, but south of us, especially in my neighborhood, it still looks like Antarctica. There are still troughs from where the snow plows had to come through. We got a lot of snow down there. It's been some strange times, but I am ready to get back to work, to do the work that God has given us to do in the church, and I'm excited to do it with you. It's a new year, and we are headed toward that new year with some excitement and some joy. So yesterday in our staff meeting, we talked about the fact um, that things in the church, not just the Church of the Resurrection, but I mean the Big C Church, that things are different in the last couple of years. I don't know that they will ever go back to the way that they were. I think things could be a little harder for us in the church across the world. Church attendance is down. I read an article last week that something like 20% fewer people report a religious affiliation in the last 2 years alone. 20% worldwide are reporting are reporting that they have no religious affiliation whatsoever just in the last 2 years. And we have been saying in the church that this was coming, right? We've been saying that this was coming. For years, we've been saying it, probably since the 50s. We've been saying this, and sure enough, we're seeing it now. And it took something kind of dramatic to bring it out into the open. But I think that things could be a little more difficult for the church. Now, I'm not saying I'm looking forward to difficult in the church, because I'm certainly not. But we have always known, and we have always said, that the church has always been healthiest when things were a little difficult, when she was poor, when she was persecuted. And I hope we're not looking at persecution, but we probably are looking at poor. We're looking at smaller, and we're looking at a church that is not seated at the right hand of power, as it has been for some time, especially in this country. Open ridicule of the church is something that we're seeing left and right, and people are just a little squeamish to profess their association with the church. Well, you know, I'm a church guy. I think that the church is something that Jesus gave to us. People all the time are saying silly things like, well, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual, which I don't even know what that means. Or people who say, I believe in God, but I don't believe in organized religion. Well, I believe in the church. I believe in the church that Jesus gave us, the bridegroom, the bride of Christ himself, who is the bridegroom. And I believe that she will prevail. The Bible says that the power of hell will not prevail against the church that he has founded. And I believe that we have our work cut out for us. But I believe that on that great last day, we will be able to look at the work that we have done faithfully as he told us to do it, and we will be proud of the work that he has done. And I look so forward to those sweet words of well done on the last day for those of us who have stuck with it and done our work. So I want to say thank you so much, Church of the Resurrection, for sticking with it, for sticking with your parish, for sticking with me, the priest, for sticking with your family, your church family, and for sticking with the church, because that's part of the work that he gave us to do. I'm looking forward to this year of doing that hard work with you. I don't know what it will look like, but I know that we will roll up our sleeves and we will do it together. I love you so much, and I'll see you this very coming Sunday.